Okay, class, welcome to your second video lecture for the week of week 11. And your first video lecture was the triads and inversions. Now we're going to talk about the perfect fourths and perfect fifths. You guys have already become familiar with seconds and thirds, kind of got introduced to the fifths. So let's take a look at this real quick. One more time. When we talk about seconds, we mean like we're two letters. So CD. Oops. CD is a second because I went two letters. CD. That's a second. Now, right now we aren't worried about if it's major or minor. I just moved two. If we do a third, we C, D, E. I went three letters. C, D, E. Okay? Again, doesn't matter if it's a major or a minor third. Now, again, with the seconds and thirds, what we learned is we could take the letters, C, D. Letters don't change, but if it's a minor second, we can call it a C, D flat. Major second, C, D. It's still two letters, C, D. Okay, the accidentals are incidental. Here's major third, C, E. A minor third is C, E flat, because the third is the letter E, C, D, E. So you're either dealing with a third of C, E, the major third, or the minor third, C, E flat. It would be a mistake to say that a minor third above C is D sharp. A minor third above C is not D sharp. A minor third, you still got to go C, D, E. All right. So let's just review some seconds. Here's a second above G. What's the second above G? You got to count two letters. G, A. Now, if we want to get more specific, a minor second is G, A flat. A major second is G, A. A major third above G, you got to count three letters. G, A, B. That's a third. G, A, B, three letters. A lot of students will say, I'll say, what's a third above G? And they'll say G. Then they'll go 1, 2, 3. See, that's not three. That's four. G, A, B, C. That's four. You want three. 1, G, A, B. That's three. So this is a third. To be more specific, that's a major third. G, B. Minor third. G, B flat. Okay, let's try this one. What's a major third above E flat? Well, you're still going by letters. Three letters above F is G. I mean, E is G. E, F, G. E, F, G. But now it's an E flat. We still gotta get to a major third. E flat. E flat G is a third. That's a major third. And E flat G flat is a minor third. We don't say F sharp, we say G flat because a third is still, from E, is still G. A major second above E flat is F. And a minor second above E flat is not E. If a major second is E flat, F, we still have to go two letters. E flat, F flat. Okay, so that's a quick review on the seconds and thirds, which brings us to the perfect fourth and perfect fifth. You've kind of already been introduced to the perfect fifth in the sense of how we make chords. Here's C major. 1, 3, 5. The distance from C to G is 5, a fifth. And to be more specific, we call that a perfect fifth. And all perfect fifths sound like Star Wars. Okay. Now, if you wanted to do it from another note, E flat. Well, what's a perfect fifth above E flat? Just count letters. 5. E, F, G, A, B. I just counted 5. E, F, G, A, B. On the perfects, if the bottom one is flat, E flat, the top one is flat, B flat. Here's Star Wars. Okay. All right, let's do another one. Let's say F sharp. That's F sharp. What's the perfect fifth above F sharp? Just count letters. F, G, A, B, C. 5 letters above F is C. If it's the bottom one is sharp, F sharp. The top one is sharp, C sharp. That's Star Wars. Okay, so that idea of the perfect fifth, where the bottom one is natural, the top one's natural. Here's another one. See, natural F, natural D. That's perfect fifth. D, E, F, G, A. Okay. Bottom one natural, top one natural. Let's say this is D flat, A flat. Bottom one flat, top one flat. And if we're talking about sharps, let's call this C sharp. But C sharp, G sharp. Okay? That is true for all perfects except B's to F's. So a perfect fifth above B is F sharp. And a perfect fifth above B flat is F. Okay? The book will tell you that the distance on perfect fifths is 7 half steps. If you move 7 half steps from here, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay? It'll say a perfect fifth is 7 half steps. I personally think it's easier to just count 5 letters. 1, 2, 3 was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. C, D, E, F, G. So that's the perfect fifth. So obviously, what do you get with the perfect fourth? C, D, E, F. I just went 4 letters. And that is a perfect fourth. Okay, one way you can look at it is think of the fourth note of a major scale. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this interval is a perfect fourth. Now, if Star Wars if perfect fifth sounds like Star Wars, what does perfect fourth sound like? Universally, I think people have been taught or recognize the sound of a perfect fourth as Here Comes the Bride. Here comes the bride. Not as big as the fifth. Okay, so let's see. What is a perfect fourth above A? Count letters. A, B, C, D. I just went 4 letters. A, D. That's Here Comes the Bride. Here comes the bride. It's perfect fifth. And perfect fourth. Okay. Now, like the perfect fifth, they will match. If the bottom one is a flat, the top one will be a flat. The bottom one is sharp, the top one will be a sharp. If the bottom one is natural, the top will be a natural. So for instance, what's the perfect fourth above E flat? First go 4 letters, E, F, G, A. That's 4 letters. If the bottom one is E flat, the top one is A flat. Perfect fourth. Here Comes the Bride. E flat, A flat. That's the sound of the perfect fourth. And the perfect fifth. Star Wars. Okay, now that is true for all the perfect fourths except any F's to B's. So the perfect fifth, the B's and F's won't match, and in the perfect fourth, the F and the B's won't match. So here's a perfect fourth above F. You can say F, G, A, B. Oh, perfect fourth above F is B. That doesn't sound right, because that's the one exception. It's here. Here comes the bride. And that also occurs on, let's see, what's the other one? The F sharp. Perfect fourth above F sharp is not B sharp, it's just B. That's the one, the exception, the F's to B's. There. Okay, now the book shows you that a perfect fifth, I already told you, is 7 half steps. Now go 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You can do that with anything. You can do that with B. What's the perfect fifth above B? Go 7 half steps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Problem with that method is a lot of students will say B, G flat. It's not G flat, it's F sharp. It's better to just count letters. A perfect fifth, B, C, D, E, F. I went 5 letters and then I zoned in on the fact that it's not F but F sharp. Okay, so I'm going to do a bunch of perfect fifths. Throw in the Star Wars in there so you hear it. And some perfect fourths so you hear it. Okay, so that's the perfect fourth, perfect fifth. Now what I've given you up here is a chart. And this shows you the perfect fourth. A to D is an example of a perfect fourth. Here's one. F to C is a perfect fifth. Over here is a perfect fourth. E to A, right? E, F, G, A. Perfect fourth. And here's a perfect fifth. F to C. F, G, A, B, C. Oh, I know. I forgot to tell you. The perfect fourth. Here comes the bride. The book will have you say that's 5 half steps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you could do that. It's a lot easier to just count letters. Perfect 4 means count 4 letters. C, D, E, F. All right. So you notice something up here. It also says the tritone. The tritone is an augmented fourth or a diminished fifth. They're the exact same thing. So for instance, a perfect fourth above C is F. Perfect. But if we raise that F to F sharp, by raising it, we're making it bigger. We're augmenting it. So we say that that distance, C to F sharp, is an augmented fourth. We can take a perfect fifth, which is C to G. Star Wars, or C to G. Whoops. Here's C to G. That's Star Wars. But it's not C to G here. We lowered the fifth. When you lower it, you're making it smaller. You're making the distance smaller. So now we diminished it. So an augmented fourth, C to F sharp, sounds exactly the same as a diminished fifth, C to G flat. And the reason they call that a tritone is because those tones are exactly 3 whole steps apart. I'll show you. Plus the tritone for years, for the hundreds of years, was called the devil's tone because it was such an ugly, ugly sound. In fact, when they taught music theory, They said never use that interval. It sounds so ugly. Here's a perfect fourth. Here's a perfect fifth. Now those sound really good because those are part of the overtone series. They exist in a natural sound wave. Now here's the tritone. Tritone could either be the fourth raised to F sharp, or the perfect fifth lowered to there. So you can see the F sharp, G flat, but listen to the sound of a tritone. Very odd sounding. I'll show you another one. Here's a perfect fourth above E. Here's a perfect fifth above E. That's Star Wars. Now here's the tritone, because the tritone is 3 whole steps. Whole step number 1, whole step number 2, whole step number 3. So here's the perfect fourth. Now we're going to augment that fourth. You hear that? Man, that is bizarre sounding. Here's the perfect fifth. Now we diminish the fifth. So we would say an augmented fourth above E is A sharp. But a diminished fifth above E is B flat. Okay, let's do another one. Here's a E flat, perfect fifth. I'm sorry, perfect fourth. Here comes the bride. Here's the perfect fifth. Here's the tritone, which is 3 whole steps, or it's the perfect fourth raised. So we would say a perfect fourth above E flat is A flat, but an augmented fourth above E flat is A. A perfect fifth above E flat is B flat, but a diminished fifth above E flat, wait for it, a diminished fifth, what do you think? A perfect fifth above E flat is B flat, a diminished fifth is E flat, B double flat. If you say a diminished fifth above E flat is A, you'd be wrong, because the perfect fifth is B flat. You still have to have a fifth, B flat, B double flat. That's how the tritones work. I think it's pretty obvious in their sound. So what have I given you in terms of homework for the fourths and fifths? I have given you this week. Let's see, where are we? There we go. First of all, I gave you one set of seconds and thirds, ear training your seconds and thirds. Make sure you can hear seconds and thirds. Then I give you ear training fourths and fifths. Building fourths and fifths and identify fourths and fifths. Let's see if we can hear fourths and fifths. All right? So this is what I've given you for hearing. And you can, again, practice. So you'll do one set where you just do seconds and thirds, but one is going to be just the fourths and fifths. So I'm going to give you only hearing the perfect fourth, the perfect fifth, and that crazy, weird tritone. So you're either going to hear Here Comes the Bride, Star Wars, or some bizarre tone. Bum, 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 bum. What do you think? Think that's Star Wars? Star Wars. Star Wars. Or does it sound... There's Star Wars. There's Here Comes the Bride. That's the crazy, bizarre one. Bum, 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 bum. Star Wars. I think it's more... Bum, bum. Here comes the bride. Perfect fourth. Well... Pretty weird, huh? That's definitely not Star Wars. Definitely not Here Comes the Bride. It's the weird one. Do you hear it? How many of you instantly heard ba 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 ba? Perfect fifth. Can you hear it? Really weird and bizarre. Bob. Do you think that's Here Comes the Bride? Here comes the bride. Too high. Does it sound bizarre? Not really. Does it sound like Star Wars? See? So that's what you're going to be doing as far as the ear training. Just hearing those basic pitches. And then I've got interval building, obviously treble and bass. We'll start with treble. And I have you building just the perfects. Perfect fourths, perfect fifths, no tritones. Just perfect fourths, perfect fifths. And let's go to it. A perfect fourth above D. Perfect. Just count the letters. D, E, F, G. The bottom one is natural. The top one is natural. D, G. You hear that? Here comes the bride. A perfect fourth above D is G. Here comes the bride. Perfect fourth above B flat. If the bottom one is flat, just go letters. B, C, D, E. I just went 4 letters. B, C, D, E. The bottom one is flat. The top one is flat. B flat, E flat. Gonna sound like Here Comes the Bride. Here comes the bride. Perfect fourth above D is... We got that again. All these perfect fourths. Okay, now here's what a lot of students will do. They'll say, okay, F, G, A, B. Perfect fourth above F is B. F, G, A, B. There we go. Huh, what's wrong? Because that's the one exception. If you go F, B, that's the tritone. That's the one exception. It's F, B flat. B flat. F, B flat. Boy, do we got any fifths going? Perfect fourth, E, F, G, A. Bottom one flat, top one flat. Okay, let's do some fifths. I don't know why it's not giving me any fifths. Let's go bass clef. Only fourths and fifths. No, I'm sorry. Let's do fifths because we want to practice some fifths. We did a whole bunch of fourths, so here's our fifths. Perfect fifth above D. Count 5 letters. D, E, F, G, A. Perfect. Bottom one is natural. Top one's natural. Sounds like Star Wars. Got it. F, G, A, B, C. Top one, bottom one is sharp. Top one's sharp. Sounds like Star Wars. Star Wars. Perfect fifth above E flat. That's it. Hopefully by now you can read bass clef. That's an E flat. Bottom one is flat. Top one's flat. Perfect fifth above C. Bottom one is natural. Top one's natural. Count 5 letters. C, D, E, F, G. Perfect fifth above E. Bottom one is natural. Top one's natural. E, F, G, A, B. Perfect fifth above B. Most students would say B, C, D, E, F. That's an F. Well, what did I get wrong? That's the one exception. Anything between B's and F's, F's and B's will not match. So a perfect fifth above B is not F. That's a tritone. It's B, F sharp. So make sure you know where your exceptions are. So that is building. And then I've given you identification. You look at it and you tell me what you see. Fourths or fifths. Good thing is you don't have to worry about a tritone. You just recognize as a fourth or fifth. These ones are easy. What do you think? First of all, can you hear it? Don't worry about this major. They're all going to be perfect. It's a perfect E, F, G, A, B. That's 5 letters. Perfect fifth. 4 letters. B, C, D, E. B flat, E flat. That's a perfect fourth. It also sounds like Here Comes the Bride. Here comes the bride. Perfect fourth. Perfect fourth. C, D, E, F. Sounds like Here Comes the Bride. Here comes the bride. Another perfect fourth. Another perfect fourth. Mix it up. Another perfect fourth. Another perfect fourth. There's a perfect fifth. Did you hear it? Star Wars. Also look, E to B. That's 5 letters. There's a perfect fourth. Another perfect fourth. Another perfect fourth. There's a perfect fifth. E, B. E flat, B flat. That's 5 letters. And that sounds like Star Wars. Okay, so that is your homework for the week in regards to the fourths and fifths. Enjoy the week, folks. Have a good one.